Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to open our chapel with the song Goodness of God. If you know this song, you can sing together with me. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in the darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. I have lived in the goodness of God. Sing with me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after me. I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me again. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Let's say this together. All my life. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life, and all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone here in Harrisonburg, and good day to everyone as you join us from your different time zones. We welcome you here and online in today's chapel service. I invite you to join me in the call to worship as written on your screens. We come to this place from many paths and with diverse needs. If you have come here asking and seeking for comfort, if you have come here looking for answers, if you have come here seeking purpose, if you have come here hoping to build a new way,
let us stand for the gathering hymn today as we're singing. Let's walk together. Let's walk together for a while and ask where we begin to build a world where love can grow and hope can enter in, to be the hands of God, to plant the seed for peace, singing welcome, welcome to this place. You invited to come and know God's grace. All are welcome to love and all we share. 'Cause all of us are welcome here. All are welcome in this place. Let's talk together all the time when we will share at peace. Where pride and power need to serve the lonely and the least. And joy will set the table to measure us to pray, singing welcome, welcome to this place. You're invited to come and know God's grace. All
morning, everyone. I invite you to read this wonderful and ancient text, Ruth 1, as I will be reading in Hebrew, its original language. Vahi mive shefot hashofetim vahi ra'a ba'aretz vayalek ish mivet lechem Yehuda. לגור בשדה מואב הוא ואשתו ושני בניו. שם האיש אלימלך, שם אשתו נעמי, ושם שני בניו מלחום וכליום, אפרתים מבית לחם יהודה, ויחו שדה מואב, ויחו שם. וימת אלימלך איש נעמי ותשך, היא ושני בניך, וישכו לכם נשים מואביות, שם האחת עורפה, שם השנית רות. ושבו שם כ10 שנים, וימותו גם שניכם מלחום וכליום, ותישאר האישה משני ילדיך ומאישך. ותקם היא וכלותיך ותשב משדה מואב, כי שמך בשדה מואב כי פקד אדוני עמוב לתת לכם. Number 9 or tet. ייתן אדוני לכם ומשנה מנוחה, אישה בית אישה. ותשק לכן ותשנה קולן, ותבכנה, ותאמרנה לה כי איתך נשוב לעמק. Number 14 or Yod Dalet. ותשנה קולן ותבכנה עוד, ותשק עורפה לחמותה, ורות דבקה בה. ותאמר הנה שבה יבימתך אל עמך ואל אלוהיך, שובי אחרי יבימתך. ותאמר רות, עול תראי וי לעזבך לשוב מאחרייך, כי אל אשר תלכי אלך, ובאשר תליני אלין. עמק עמי ולחייך אלוהי, באשר תמותי אמות, ושם אקבר, כה יעשך אדוני לי וכה יוסיף, כי חמבד יריד בני ובנך. ותראה כי מאמצת היא ללקט איתך, ותדע לדבר אליך. ותלכנה שתיכם עד בוענת בית לחם, ויהי וכהנה בית לחם בתחום קל, חייר עליכן, ותאמרנה הזאת נעמי, ותאמר עליכן אל תקראנה לי נעמי, קראנה לי מרה, כי מחר שדי לי מאוד. אני מלך חלקתי ורקם. השיבני, אדוני לחם תקרנה לי נעמי אדוני, אנח בי ושדי חרה לי. ותשב נעמי ורות חמאהוביה כלתה עמה, חשבה משדה מואב. בחמה באו בית לחם בתחילה כשיר שעורים.
This is a keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going on, keep going on song.
I am Abigail, and this is Sean, and we're so glad that you've turned this on and welcomed us into your home, and you are welcome into our home. We're in Dayton, Ohio. We're in Sean's parents' house.
My parents' house.
Sean's parents' house. We were in Louisville when the shit hit, and we packed our 3-year-old into a car. We drove kind of far. We drove here, and we've been so lucky and blessed to be safely here. And we thought we'd be here for like 10 days, tops.
What did we know?
What did we know?
What
What did we know? We thought we knew a lot. We thought we knew a lot. Woo!
Keep going on.
Keep going on song. This is a keep going, keep going, keep going on. Keep going on song. This is a keep going, keep going, keep going on. Keep going on song. And we've been mostly healthy. We've been okay. Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? I hope your body is whole tonight. And if your heart is breaking, I hope it's breaking open. And if your breath is shaking, I hope it's shaking through. And I hope that you've watched a lot of really great television, like a lot of it. And I hope that you find a hand lotion that actually makes your skin feel better. And I hope that you have enough to eat. I hope you're getting enough sleep, and I hope you have enough good company or enough good memory to last you a long time. Keep going, keep going, keep going on. Keep going on song. We sing the keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going on. Keep going on song. Let's bring some joy into the room, why not? We can try it, we can try it. Or some rage, and some grief and relief. Ooh, I hold my rage, I pray my rage is a fire that cleans my mind out and makes me ready to listen. I pray my pain is a river that flows to the ocean that connects my pain to yours. And I pray my happiness is like pollen that flies to you and pollinates your joy. Oh boy, is that possible? I don't know. We are making this up as we go. We have to make it up as we go. The keep going song, the keep going song. Oh, we're making it up. We're making it up as we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going on. Keep going on song. And I pray that when we meet again, that the world has changed into the world that we are imagining now together. And I pray that the world has become the world that we're planting inside of ourselves for each other and for our ancestors and for our kids. Ooh, and we're gonna start. This is a rough beginning. That's all I've got is a rough beginning to offer you. We're gonna start by singing some songs in this tiny space together. We're just gonna sing some songs for you, and we hope that when you hear them, you will feel a little bit less alone, and we will feel a little bit less alone in the work and in the hurt, and we will be together tonight somehow, whenever this is, wherever this is. We will be together tonight for the keep going, keep going on song. This is a keep going on. Keep going on song. This is a keep going on. Keep going on song. This is a keep going on. Keep going on song. This is a keep going.
I have had that song in my mind for 2 weeks, and now you do too. You are welcome. You are welcome. Good morning. Good morning. This morning, thank you to all of you who have blessed us in this service. Virginia, Dietrich, Thomas. I got very verklempt listening to you, listening to the Hebrew. Thank you. This morning, I would like to share with you a bit about how I came to be at EMU, and more broadly to invite you to reflect with me on some of the facets of the idea of call or vocation, something that is common to each of us as students, as staff, as professors. In our Formation in Vocation and Ministry course this semester, we are reading Bonnie Miller McLemore's arrestingly titled book, Follow Your Bliss and Other Lies About Calling. Miller McLemore's main objective is to demystify the idea of vocation, and she does this by examining real-life experiences wrestling with this thing that we call calling. Many of us have heard theologian Frederick Buechner's definition of vocation as where our greatest joy meets the world's greatest need. It's a really, really attractive idea, right? Well, Bonnie Miller McLemore says, hogwash. Our callings, she argues, are never as smooth, uncomplicated, or easily lived out as we imagine that they will be. There are missed callings, the road not taken, blocked callings, those jeopardized callings often thwarted by forces of injustice and discrimination, conflicted callings when competing callings vie for our attention, fractured callings when callings fall apart because of something we did or failed to do, unexpected callings, the not so sexy callings we are called to accept out of duty and necessity, and relinquished callings, the callings we let go of as time forecloses on our work. You may hear some of your own story in some of these categories. I felt an immediate resonance with the experience of a blocked calling. And indeed, and for a variety of reasons, many of us in the church and in the academy will find ourselves at some point pressing our noses through the gates that obstruct callings at some point in time. Before I can talk about my blocked calling, though, I need to back up to an earlier time in my life when I left my home here in Virginia in my 20s. I left to pursue seminary and to come out of the closet. While in seminary, I found within the Hebrew Bible a language and a set of stories to describe and more deeply understand my own coming out experience. While its texts were not written with contemporary readers in mind, even less so for those of us who are Christian, its testimonies to resistance and survival have enduring resonance. The Hebrew Bible's reliance on tikva, or hope, the visions of mishpat and zedekah, justice and righteousness, the trust in dayenu, sufficiency, and the desire for shalom, peace, afforded me with a language with which to view the world and my identity within it. Most importantly, the long arc from exile to return that forms its historical backdrop has illuminated an orientation for my own journey. Even though when I left Virginia, I had no plans of returning here, I still retained a longing for home. As Cuban-American theologian Ana Maria Isasi Diaz once wrote, for those who experience a prolonged displacement, even one of one's own choosing, exile becomes a way of life. I have not known the acute pain of being separated from my country of origin. I have known the pain of estrangement from a way of life I knew and people I deeply loved. My chosen exile brought with it opportunity, self-discovery, new networks of support, but also an unshakable sense of alienation from my family and friends and church communities of my youth. Even as I came to terms with the life-giving nature of my choices, the desire to return home never fully left me. Nonetheless, if exile was to be my way of life, I decided that I would seek refuge in learning. After seminary and a few years of an unexpected call to chaplaincy, I entered graduate school at Drew University. The academy became my new professional home, which was mutually enriched by additional callings to marriage and motherhood. My years in graduate school were some of the happiest in my life. After I wrote my dissertation, I told my peers in the program that I wanted to do it all over again. And they, of course, suggested that I needed to get my head examined. But everything changed when I completed the program and entered the job market. Even though I thought I was prepared for the uncertainties ahead of me, I was not. The job postings were few and far between. I landed a few interviews each cycle, but to no avail. Always the bridesmaid and never the bride. I began to experience imposter syndrome. I wondered how much unspoken homophobia played into the rejections that I received. Conflicted and confused, I descended into a depression. While I pieced together adjunct and visiting teaching assignments, I had to supplement my income with other kinds of work, which took away time from scholarship that I had hoped to produce. My experience is not unique. Right now, contingent faculty comprise 70% of today's college educators, earning on average a quarter to one-half less income than their tenured and tenure track counterparts. As the world of higher education changes, there are less and less opportunities for full-time work. For many, the lure to leave the academy altogether is strong, but it is often difficult to impossible to reinvent yourself after years of time and investment in your discipline. As time went on, I began to wonder if I would be exiled from the very place that I had sought refuge. I loved the academy, but it did not love me back. The very community that had nurtured my development seemed to be saying, there's no longer a place for you here. Truthfully, the despair I experienced at this realization cut more deeply than the loss of a parent or an eventual cancer diagnosis. I understand that this may be difficult for some of you to comprehend. Reflecting on the unique grief of exile, the prophet Jeremiah writes, "Do not weep for him who is dead. Weep rather for him who goes away, for he shall return no more to see his native land." I was on the job market for 9 years, right? Remember when she says 10 days tops, right? I was like 3 years tops. No, 9 years. It was difficult to convey to my family and friends outside the academy why I was unable to find a job and why it so deeply affected me. In her book, Kitchen Table Wisdom, physician Rachel Raymond describes the harrowing experience of seeing her own wound after a difficult 6-hour abdominal operation in which she had developed an infection. She writes, "When the nurse appeared to change my dressings, I looked down, expecting to see the usual sutures. Instead, there was a great gaping wound, as open as any I'd ever seen. In the presence of infection, there would be no sutures. The wound would be left open to heal on its own. I remember thinking, there is no way that such a thing can heal." When I read this story, I felt I had finally landed on an image that expressed what I was experiencing. If I could not live out my vocation where I had been led to believe my deepest joy and the world's greatest need converged, then why had God led me in this direction? Would I ever heal from the gaping wound of an unfulfilled calling? As is often the case, we turn to art when nothing else makes sense. We sing songs to keep going. We turn to poetry. Or in my case, I painted pine cones. I started painting these arrangements for a family event, and I kept on painting them, hundreds of them. You might see I was painting some just yesterday. The ability to create beauty gave me a sense of purpose and joy that I had been lacking. I was drawn to nature's geometric design, where I experienced a sense of orderliness and peace. And it wasn't lost on me that the main purpose of a pine cone is to keep pine trees' seeds safe. I sought sanctuary painting pine cones. During that time, I also sought out the wisdom of the people I trusted the most, pastors, friends, mentors. I told them my story, and I hoped that they would suggest a new route for me, something I had not thought of. And do you know what they all said? Stay on the academic job market. Keep going. I was shocked. This was not the advice I wanted to hear. I thought they were insane. Keep going. Didn't you hear my story, my lament? How long can I keep going? On a sunny day in the fall of 2023, while painting pine cones, I received a call from my doctor. You have breast cancer. For about a week, they thought that I had an incurable kind of breast cancer and that I would be dead in a month. Spoiler alert, I didn't have that kind of cancer. But I did have ductal carcinoma in situ, which required 2 surgeries and thankfully only oral medication after the surgeries. While sitting in the hospital bed recovering from the second of those surgeries, I opened my computer and saw the job posting for assistant professor of Hebrew Bible position at EMU. High on my post-op meds, I applied for the job. You didn't know that, did you, Sarah? I can't fully explain why I kept going as I approached my 10th year of job applications. I had even wondered if the job search had been the cause of my cancer. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, goes the biblical proverb. But in the interview, when the search committee asked me why I wanted to come to EMU, something new emerged in my consciousness. If I came to EMU, I told them I would be like Ruth, who I wrote my dissertation about, returning with Naomi from Moab to Bethlehem, even though Ruth herself had never been to Bethlehem. I would be returning, shuv, that word that you keep hearing in Ruth 1, I would be returning to a place I have never been. I explained, I'm from Virginia, but I've never been to the Shenandoah Valley. I have Anabaptist roots, but I've never been a part of a Mennonite community. I'm a scholar and a teacher, though I've spent far more time on the margins of the academy than in its center. It was a great joy to be offered the job. But please understand that in telling you about this turn of events, I'm not suggesting that everything simply worked out for the best. Those of you who are my students, you know that I don't, it's not that easy with me, or that things were meant to be. I am fortunate that my blocked calling was ultimately an interrupted one, but it would cheapen and dishonor the experiences of those whose callings have been permanently blocked for me to assume that my luck was anything other than just that. Nonetheless, the idea of returning to a place I have never been has become an invitation to look backward and forward, to consider how I have been changed by my experience and what I will carry forward into this new life. Like Ruth on the road to Bethlehem, I see now that I had to develop what psychologist Heinz Kohut refers to as a mature narcissism, or to put it more plainly, a stubborn self-love. Contrary to typical interpretations, when Ruth insists on accompanying Naomi to Bethlehem, she is not selfless. She is seeking Naomi's recognition, and in doing so, affirming her own self-worth. I will go where you go because I too have a purpose and a desire to live. When my mentors encouraged me to keep going, they were in fact offering me what I needed most, to be seen and affirmed in my rage and my joy and my deepest desires. Their deep recognition is what allowed me to see myself as a teacher and a scholar, even when those vocations were not substantiated by employment. And of course, little of my experience will have had any meaning if it doesn't propel me to empathize and advocate for those whose callings have been blocked and often shattered by the death-dealing forces of this world. Coming to terms with the blocked callings of her past allowed Ruth to move forward and accompany a grieving and impoverished mother-in-law. Miller McLemore reminds us that the human cost of all forms of inequality and oppression is the damage done when opportunities to flourish are stolen and obliterated. Families separated by ICE, children starving in Gaza, men of color incarcerated disproportionately in US prisons, transgender youth deprived of life-giving health care, and many, many others. We are called to be steady witnesses to their ruptured callings and be about the work of repair when and where we can. Each of you has a calling, likely multiple callings that will require time and discernment, callings that will evolve over time and at some point recede into the distance. You may experience multiple callings that conflict with one another, callings that are postponed, callings that fracture, or even callings that are permanently forestalled. In the midst of the vicissitudes of vocation, Miller McLemore writes, there are no simple answers. Sometimes it's less a matter of discerning choices than surviving, and maybe, just maybe, living well or even thriving despite the limitations. I hope my story can be a blessing and an invitation to know that you are far more precious than anything you can do. As her abdominal healing progressed, Naomi Raymond realized that perhaps she would not die of her wound after all, but she would have to live with it. I still carry wounds from the prolonged interruption to my calling. And in many ways, I still think of exile as a way of life. But I think I better understand now the purpose of the return journey. And I am grateful for being able to walk it with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stephanie Powell, about your sermon on your journey to EMU. Keep going, everyone. Let's sing together the spirit of gentleness.
I have to take my breath for a minute. This was very deep, and thank you very much for that everything. Admonition, speech, testimony, and encouragement. Thank you.
Spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit of restlessness, stir me from pleasantness, wind on the sea.
You moved on the waters, you called to the deep, and you coaxed up the mountains from the valleys of sleep, and over the
free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from blessedness, wind on the sea.
You swept through the desert, you stung with the sand, and you goaded your people with a law and a land. And when they were blinded with idols and lies, then you spoke through your prophets to open their eyes. Oh,
Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from blessedness, wind on the sea.
you call from tomorrow, you break ancient schemes from the bondage of sorrows. All the captives dream dreams. Our women see visions. Our men clear their eyes with bold new decisions. Your people arise. Spirit,
Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, flow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from blessedness, wind on the sea.
Would you pray with me? Great mystery, which grounds and surrounds us, spark of life and possibility that lives within us, even when all else is crumbling to dust. Be with us in our confusion, fear, and even despair. Lead us to navigate them as slowly as possible, resisting the impulse to soothe, to blame, to seek things that feel better than the hurt and the heaviness, but which ultimately leave us isolated or complacent or too suspicious of each other. Spirit of gentleness and love and regeneration, help us to feel the wisdom in our bodies. Even with so much going so wrong, our hearts beat with gratitude for blessings, for beauty and joy stubbornly breaking through, for the compassionate companionship of community, which welcomes all that we bring with us in these times and doesn't ask us to be smaller than we really are, for solidarity and mutual aid, for the trees and the wind and the stars, their cosmic witness soothing our souls, reminding us of the deep impermanence and the deep interconnectedness of all things. Spirit of transformation, may our hearts break open and stretch out to join with the hearts of others who yearn for a freer world, each heart a building block of a better society, each life lived for hope and resistance, a prayer for a nobler world. Amen.
Amen. As we are traveling together in exile, out of exile, to exile, I thought we sing this song that I found from the monks of Western Priory, but I kind of transposed it into a more Caribbean vibe, just to express the travel aspect more. So you may stand for this one. We'll just sing this together. Life is a journey. We travel together, walking hand in hand with our sisters and brothers. Our lives, though different, are interwoven, creating a beautiful weaving of love in our world. Sing this again. Life is a journey. We travel together, walking hand in hand with our sisters and brothers. Our lives, though different, are interwoven, creating a beautiful weaving of love in our world. And take a moment to be present to someone in need. Show that you care, reaching out and plant a loving seed. Life is a journey. We travel together, walking hand in hand with our sisters and brothers. Our lives, though different, are interwoven, creating a beautiful weaving of love in our world. Together let us work to build God's kingdom here today. Justice, equality, sharing, compassion, peace will be our way. Life is a journey. We travel together, walking hand in hand with our sisters and brothers. Our lives, though different, are interwoven, creating a beautiful weaving of love in our world. Creating a beautiful weaving of love in our world. Go in peace.
May love guide you on your journey forward. Joy meet you at every turn. And hope be your daily practice. May gratitude companion you, compassion embolden you, and open heart and courage be your unending choice. May peace challenge you, dear ones. Generosity